Hello to Aquila Tigers and welcome to Mrs. White's At Home Read Alouds. This is the chapter book edition. Make sure you have pencil and paper or a sibling or adult to talk to. So we have been reading The Buried Bones Mystery by Sharon Draper. And we are on chapter 8. So the boys have, a couple of the boys have figured out some clues about the buried bones, and we're gonna find out what Ziggy found out. Chapter 8. They were almost home. So remember, they're coming home from the library, Rico and Jerome. They were almost home. Rico's mom turned the corner to their street and then slowed the car. "What in the world is that?" she asked in amazement. There seemed to be a two-headed man walking down the street. Rico and Jerome looked out and burst into laughter. "That's Ziggy's mom," said Rico. Ziggy was walking on his hands with his feet straight up in the air. On each foot he had placed a baseball cap so that from a distance he looked like a man with two heads walking down the street. "Can you let us out here, Mom?" asked Rico. "We need to talk to Ziggy. Besides, maybe we can turn him around." She laughed, shook her head at Ziggy's silliness, and told Rico to be home by supper time. "Hey, Ziggy, what's up?" asked Jerome. "Not me, man. How do you like my disguise?" "It's great if we ever need a two-headed man," Rico replied with a grin. Ziggy giggled, lost his balance, and tumbled into a cheerful heap on the grass, knocking Rico down as he fell. Jerome jumped in, and the three of them tussled and wrestled until they heard Africa barking as Rashawn crossed the street and headed toward them. "What's happening, dudes?" "Not much, man, but I got clues to report," said Ziggy. "Just wait till you hear." "Me too," said Rashawn and Rico in unison. "And my Grammy told me some stuff that will fry your brain," said Jerome. "I think we need an emergency meeting of the black dinosaurs," said Rashawn. "I'll race you." The four of them ran down the street, Africa barking and darting among them, almost knocking them down. Ziggy started yelling simply because he liked the sound of his own voice and because he was in front. The others followed closely behind. Ziggy got to the clubhouse first, touched the door, and said, "The password is Tuskegee. I remembered." "We gotta change the password," Rico told the others. "It's no fun if Ziggy can remember it." Each boy touched the black dinosaur that was hanging above their heads and found a seat. "Well, men," began Rashawn, "let's get started. Let me tell you what I discovered." He told them about the police investigation and the strange message that said them bones are going to rise again, and how old Mr. Green had rented the chainsaw that destroyed their basketball court. "Mr. Green?" said Rico in amazement. "We saw him at the library. He was checking out books on graveyards." Jerome gasped. Then he told them about the covered-up graveyard and the stories of boxes of bones that had frightened even his grandmother. Rico opened the library book on human bones. The pictures confirmed that what they had found was probably one of the rumored boxes of bones. It was so quiet in the clubhouse that the boys could hear their own breathing. Ziggy finally broke the silence. "Very good spy work, gentlemen. But wait till you hear what the greatest spy that ever worked for the FBI has discovered, man." He took a deep breath and began. "Last night, about midnight, I couldn't sleep, so I got up to get a drink of water. I looked out the back window, and I thought I saw something. It looked like someone or something was out there by our clubhouse, so I decided to check it out." "In the middle of the night? By yourself? In the dark?" "Would you have still gone if you had known about the graveyard?" said Jerome. "No way, man. Ziggy is brave, but he's not stupid. Anyway, the moonlight was bright, so I tiptoed out. No one saw me. No one heard me. I was slick." "So what did you find? A rabbit? A squirrel?" Rico asked, his eyes wide. "No, man. I saw old Mr. Green with a flashlight and a stick, walking where the fence used to be, singing to himself. When he saw our clubhouse, he stopped and stared at it for a long time, but he didn't touch it. Finally, he cut through to his yard and went home." "Do you think he's got something to do with the box of bones?" asked Rashawn. And since he was the one who rented the chainsaw, maybe there's a connection to what happened to our basketball court. Could be, man, because you know what he was saying over and over again? Asked Ziggy with mystery in his voice. What? Tell us! They all begged him. Ziggy loved being dramatic. He sang in a soft, scary voice. I know it. Indeed I know it, brother. I know it, yeah. Them bones gonna rise again. Rico covered his mouth with his hands. Jerome's eyes opened wide, and Rashawn just about fell off his chair. Ziggy couldn't help laughing, even though he, too, was really scared. So what do we do now? Asked Jerome. We gotta see what Mr. Green is up to, replied Rico. So how are we gonna do that? Stay up all night? Asked Rashawn. That's it, man, shouted Ziggy. Let's sleep out tonight, right here in the clubhouse. We'll tell our parents that we want to have a camp out, which is true. They don't have to know that we're in the middle of solving a case. Let's do it, said Rico eagerly. Everyone bring food, a flashlight, and a sleeping bag. Be back here at 9 o'clock. It will be just about dark. What about bugs? Asked Jerome. Don't more of them come out at night? So bring bug spray, replied Rashawn. I'm more scared of ghosts than bugs. At the mention of ghosts, they all looked at one another, but no one backed out. Tonight at dark, said Rico softly. The password will be Nairobi. And that's the end of that chapter, of chapter 8. So, time to pause and discuss or write. So, what I want you to think about is making a prediction. Make a prediction about how Mr. Green is connected to the case the boys are solving. Go ahead and press pause and write or discuss. All right, Tigers, that was the end of chapter 8 of The Buried Bones Mystery. I hope you come back soon for more. Have a great day.